The new 66th episode of Skibidi Toilets was released 12 days later. Let's start with the fact that this episode once again broke time records. In my opinion, it also set a new record for dynamism, because at every meter something was happening. Now I understand why Fook took so long to make this episode. So, let's begin. Before diving into the analysis of the episode itself, it's worth noting that Fook is working to improve the series. If you pay close attention, you can observe post-processing, which is sometimes quite noticeable. In the episode description, you can see a message thanking the YouTuber HoovyTube for additional work with particles. It's great to see Fook collaborating with other animators to further enhance the quality of the series. Also, as usual, there is a phrase in the description hinting at the final battle, in which all the major Skibidi Toilets and agents will once again gather and fight each other. However, it's too early to talk about this, so let's move on to analyzing the new episode and studying some theories. The opening scene of this episode is fast-paced, with fighting, intense gunfire, and a battle in full swing. While all this is interesting, let's first establish the location of the events in this episode, which can be determined quite easily if you carefully study the area and its details. For example, look at those massive toilets in almost every building, or those white toilets inside a hangar, barely visible in the background. It's like an ammunition depot for a toilet army, where they most likely store their weapons, toilets, and everything they need to create and equip new fighters. Agents controlled the location prior to the events of episode 65, but the toilets were attacked to retake the warehouse. The direction of the attack itself is noteworthy. The entire main army advances towards a central structure deep within its territory. Note this tower, which is usually installed around the perimeter, as well as this fence, which probably indicates that the entrance is on this side. Look at this speaker man riding on the toilet, which is a reference to episode 25, a character who was quite popular among viewers. In addition, agent planes can be seen here for the first time. It is designed not only for transporting agents, but also for use in regular combat, as it is equipped with missiles. Unfortunately, the toilets managed to disable it. Our agent then fires clean shots with his laser pistol, but what happens next is dizzying. Firstly, you can immediately notice the Fook boom teleporting behind the fence, which can be distinguished by its characteristic green glow. Within seconds, our agent receives a message on his tablet. Before the actual message is displayed, you can see Fook's face and some writing that I tried to decipher to understand its meaning. I'll explain this a little later. After this, we see a photograph that created a real sensation among the audience. Firstly, it's obvious that the G-Man in this photo is fake, as evidenced by his smaller lasers. This means that there is not just one fake G-Man, but several. Secondly, both Titans do not have a burning core, but the Cameron Titan still seems to have some remnants of energy inside. In episode 65, after the explosion, a report states that he could potentially escape. What about Cameraman? No, I am not saying that this photo is fake, and all the Titans are intact. Only part of this photo is not genuine, and at least only G-Man is fake. Seeing what they did, the cameramen became very angry and began to shake. We have never seen anything like this. They began to aggressively attack the toilets without weapons. Our cameraman is a boxer and decided to defeat his opponent with a series of blows to the head. However, Fook came to his aid and handed him a knife. There are two arguments to support the claim that this character was Fook. Firstly, he had previously stolen something from the agent, and secondly, just a few seconds ago, there was no one in the same place. Only with the help of teleportation could he appear so quickly next to our agent. Moving forward, we watch as the Skibidi military man is attacked by a black speaker and a woman speaker. As things progress, these characters seem to work together and are most likely related or belong to the same unit, as they both have red markings on their heads. In the subsequent scene, we see Skibidi's helicopter shot down by a dart, which undoubtedly hints at another iconic character, namely Camera the Woman. By the way, the darts themselves emit a peculiar red glow. It's unclear if this was intentional or if YouTuber HoovyTube decided to add this detail during post-production, as they previously had regular darts without any lighting. Alternatively, Fook may have originally intended it, but lacked the means to implement it. We then meet the TV woman inside the Skibidi toilet. This can be seen from the blue lines on her weapons and her distinctive mannerisms. We already witnessed her abilities in episode 49. She ends up facing off against the Skibidi Toilets and destroying them in one blow. After this, we come to the long-awaited scene that was predicted earlier. I mentioned that Fook will bring all the female characters together in one scene. The very next frame reveals another intriguing detail. I theorized that Fook would combine all the female characters into one scene. Already in the next frame, there is another interesting detail, or rather an Easter egg. This is the very first speaker man in the series, as he brought us up in that very episode. However, this time it is not he who lifts us, but we who lift him. This is where the fun begins. After the Plunger appears, a brutal and epic battle ensues. Plunger Man knocks down the massive Skibidi spider with incredible speed. First, he disables both of the spider's weapons and then dismantles its legs. He eventually delivers the killing blow and, as expected, there's a classic landing scene. New speaker woman and camera woman applauding victory. However, the more experienced and battle-hardened TV woman decides to adopt a grim expression, since by nature, the entire TV race takes battles more seriously. It is important to note the black speaker's firm handshake. The black speaker pays his respects. As a rule, as we learned from episode 63, the black speaker is a lone wolf and is not inclined to help an ordinary agent. Additionally, this scene serves as another reference to Fook. This time we are talking about episode 59, which had a similar scene, but instead it was the Titans. After showing all the main characters in one place, a massive attack unfolds, initiated by the Skibidiists and involving a Skibidi scientist. The scientist can be recognized by his gray hair and characteristic red accessory. After this, the TV man says, "Get out of here, you idiot!" He likely says this because he fears the uncontrollable nature of the Plunger Men, who may have launched an attack on the scientist prematurely, leading to their own destruction. On the other hand, this particular TV man may be especially angry with this Von Zoot man. Of course, having witnessed these events, everyone except Plunger Man and Black Speaker immediately begin to run away. The situation is getting grim. TV women teleported, and those who were not in the immediate vicinity ran towards the container. However, if not for TV Man's order, Man's Plunger would most likely have started the fight, and Black Speaker would have done the same. He was already in combat mode and showed no hurry. But his TV Man also teleported to prevent him from entering into battle and risking his life unnecessarily. This scene shows that the Plunger Man and the Black Speaker are somewhat similar. They are both ready to fight to the end, and therefore the Black Speaker shook hands with the Plunger Man. Next, our cameraman runs to the container inside the hangar. Unfortunately, Big Camera Man doesn't make it in time and dies at the hands of the Skibidi Man. Meanwhile, Big TV Man, who is near the container and later teleports it, first tries to hypnotize the Skibidi Man. When he puts on the hypnosis glasses, he tells him, "You ugly devil." After this, the Big TV Man teleports the container, along with everyone else to the TV Man base. This is a very mysterious place where we see women who also rushed here and are trying to figure out the situation. Notice how the female camera, the Black Speaker, and the female speaker explore the structure. And only the TV woman looks at us with a smile. She was already here. The Timmons deliberately kept it secret that the TV Man Titan was being repaired at this base to prevent any possibility of the sinister toilets falling into the hands of them. This point of view significantly changes my perception of TV men. Moreover, when the TV man notices our approach, he says, "Maintain confidentiality," accompanied by the backlight of his screen. This means that from now on, even if this cameraman tries to transmit the footage to others, he will not be able to do so due to hypnosis, ensuring that no one will know about TV Man Titan 2.0 yet, just as a precaution. Also pay attention to his cap, on which you can see a mirror image of the number 067 placed in the shape of a TV. This probably means that in the upcoming episode 67 we will finally see TV Man Titan in his normal form. In addition, the mirror arrangement of the numbers is a tricky detail, since the entire culture of TV men is read from right to left. This is another example of Fook's attention to these fine details. Finally, the episode ends with the first appearance of the bright glow of the Titan Man's TV screen. And at the very end, when the episode ends, he says, "It's mine." Naturally, this hints that the mission is to save Titans from captivity, as he boldly noted, and takes this matter upon himself. I hope that the next episodes will make the series even more popular. It's not over yet. Finals coming soon?